All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Arakal Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone, who well, peace, and blessings and citation to the hopeful elect, the Bayath Tawadah, the house of David. All right, this video is going to be entitled The Rise of Rome, Rome's Emergence as a World Power. Right, and we're getting into the Bible Atlas, the Bible Atlas, and as we know, that everything is reincarnated. So we're back here in Rome all over again, which is aka America, aka Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, aka Egypt, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Nineveh. All right, so we know that everything is in its perspective of reincarnation. All right, and it's only profitable that Rome would rise again for only Yahweh Shai to come back to the new Rome, which would be aka America. All right, for the deliverance of the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel. But see, we're gonna go back to the beginning here, and we're gonna show you. We're gonna read some of this. We're gonna get into some scriptures, and we're just gonna go from there, Okay, because this is important, man, especially for a lot of newcomers coming into this thing and learning, and really coming to understand what this truth is really all about. All right? So this is Rome's emergence as a world power. All right, this is the introduction. It says, the gospel story begins in the days of a decree went out from Caesar Augustus. Now, this is Julius Caesar. So it tells you can read about this in Luke 2 and 1. Let's go to Luke 2 and 1. We're going to bring out some scriptures. Luke 2 and 1. All right, goes to show you that everything is in the Bible. History is in the Bible. The Bible is a history book. All right, the Bible is a history book. It's not some fable. All right, or something of that nature, or whatever the case may be, whatever people may say. The Bible is a history book, a heritage, and prophecies. Okay, that's what this book is all about. All right. Okay, so let's go to it. 2 and 1. And it reads, see, this is the birth of Yahweh Shai in Bethlehem, the house of bread. All right. It says, this is Luke 2 and 1. It says, and it came to pass in those days that went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius, the governor of Syria, all right, and all went to be taxed, every one in his own city. Okay, so we read about that. So let's go back and let's read this here. It says, these familiar words link the New Testament era with the most powerful state that the ancient world ever produced. It says the Roman Empire provided the historical setting for all the New Testament events, right? So when people say, oh, the New Testament is all false, and the word testament means testimony, all right? Testes, which means balls, all right? Which would only a man would be able to testify, okay? And there was 12 disciples. So guess what? They all testified to the coming of Yahweh Shai. They all testified that they seen Yahweh Shai, that they walked with Yahweh Shai. And even the ancient Roman Empire, they knew that Yahweh Shai exists. Especially because during the time of a guy named Tiberius Julius Caesar, right, who was around during the time when Yahweh Shai walked the earth, he gave a decree to put Yahweh Shai to death. Okay? All right, and that was the Caesar at the time. All right. Okay. And then there was his underboss. What was his name? I forgot his name. It'll come to me. Think about it. But let's continue to keep reading. It says in the New Testament events and of the fullness of the time. All right, so we can go to Galatians 4 and 4. Let's go to Galatians 4 and 4. Galatia, right? So let's go here. Now this was during Now, Galatia or Galatians was written to the Galatians, Israelites that were in Galatia. All right, this is a letter from Paul. So let's go to Galatians 4 and 4. All right, from the Apostle Paul. So 4 and 4, it says, this is Galatians 4 and 4, and it says this, it says, but when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law. That's talking about Yahweh Shai. All right? That's talking about Yahweh Shai. He's the seed of David. Okay? He's the seed of David. It says the Heavenly Father prepared his supreme revelation. Revelation means to reveal or pull back the veil. All right? Through his Son. Okay, so let's continue on. It says the rise of Rome, the fascinating story of Rome's rise from a smaller cluster of villages to world power can only be stretched briefly here. So how we know the rise of Rome, let's go to Daniel the 7th chapter. It's only fitting because Daniel the 7th chapter speaks about it. Speaks about their rise. So let's go because there's 4 kingdoms. So check this out. Let's just jump right down to it because they're the 4th beast. All right, they're the 4th beast. Let's start here at verse number 7. All right. Actually, let's start at verse number 6. It says, verse number 6. Actually, verse number 5. Verse number 5. Let's start there. It says, and behold, another beast, a second like unto a bear, and it raised up itself on one side. Now, this is talking about the 3rd empire. All right. Actually, the 2nd empire, actually. The Medes and the Persians. All right. And it raised itself up on one side. The Persians being the stronger of the Medes. Okay. And it says, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth, and in between the teeth of it, I think it was Lydia, Babylon, and there was another one. I don't remember off the top. It might come back to me. But see, this is why we do these reviews. All right. It says, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arise and devour much flesh. And after this I behold, and lo, another like a leopard. This is talking about Alexander, right? So this is the 3rd empire, all right? The other one that I read was the 2nd empire. This is the 3rd empire. So we're going to get to that 4th one, which we really want to get to. It says, and after that I behold, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast. Now this 4th beast is talking about the Roman Empire. All right, written in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. All right, so this is history. Okay, majority of the book of Daniel is a history book. Okay, so you understand, these are visions that Daniel's seen, which is history, visions that he got from the Heavenly Father. All right, about these empires that were rising up one after another. One would take down one, the other one would come in next. The other one would take down that one, that would come in. And the other one would take down that one all the way to the 4th beast, which right now we're in. The Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire. All right. But see, we're going back into the beginning of time, but you're still living in that 4th beast now. You're still in Bible prophecy. See, people think that they're not still in Bible prophecy. You're still in Bible prophecy. Okay? Bible prophecy hasn't stopped. You're still living in it. Okay? You're still living in it. All the people in this world are still living in Bible prophecy. All right? So let's continue to go on. Latter verse, it says, visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stomped the residue with the feet. This is the Roman Empire. And stomped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all Diverse. Diverse means different. So how the empire for the Roman Empire was set up different. They came in with a government set up. All right, like you got the Senate, you got the Republic. All right, you got the judiciary. What is it? Judicial branch. Okay, they got what you call going back to the plebeians and patricians. All right, which for today would be the Democrats and the Republicans. All right, see, they had a whole different system. They were much more diverse. They had a set up systematic system versus all the other three kingdoms. Okay, and it says stomp the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Right? Okay. See, now what they're trying to do is with the EU, they're trying to offset prophecy by trying to add on different horns. Okay, add on different horns, which we know there's only 10. All right, there isn't more than that. All right, so it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. This little horn is talking about America, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, which would be America. All right, that came out of Britain. All right, it says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. You had Jemina Minor. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second, brothers. All right, here we go. I got it right here, brothers. All right, you see that? See that right there? There you go. You got the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, so here it is right here. The 7 heads. Okay, Germana Major, Romans, French, Spanish, Germana Minor, and British, and the Greeks. Okay, and then that little horn is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay. So that's pretty much NATO and the EU, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right, and EU being the European Union. All right, so this is what the 10 horns they're talking about. So we know who they are. Okay, and these are all part of the 10 horns right here. You got Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Ireland, England, and West Germany. Okay, those are all the 10 horns right there. All right, that are part of that there. All right, so let's get back into this. I just had to go grab that real quick, brothers. So let's read the rest of this here. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in the horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Right, that's America. That mouth speaking great things pretty much is like real proud. They're speaking actually against the Most High, really, because when you go into it, this 4th beast. Let's jump over here. Let's jump over here to the. Let's jump over here to the 23rd verse. The 23rd verse says this. The 23rd verse says this. It says, thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it into pieces. This is still Daniel the 7th chapter. It says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are the 10 horns that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and shall be diverse from the first, and it shall subdue 3 kings. All right, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. So those great words, speaking great things, right? Those great words that he's speaking is against the Most High. So they go against everything that the Most High has set up. That's Esau. All right, even during that time back then in the ancient pagan Roman Empire, they're still doing the same thing today. So that's how we know that this kingdom is ancient Rome, or the new Rome, so to speak, but with the same customs that are brought back. Everything is reincarnated. This is the 4th beast. This is still prophecy. All right, and it's only fitting, because I tell the brothers this all the time, it's only fitting that they came back again, that the Most High brought them back to continue to finish prophecy, right? So only that Yahweh Shai can show up, right? Because he died by the hands of the Romans. So it's only fitting, right, that he comes back in this Rome 2.0 or 4.0, whatever you want to call it, 10.0, right? Because this is much advanced Rome now, all right, due to the AI technology and things of that nature. Okay, it's a much advanced Rome versus the older Rome, the ancient pagan Rome, right? And he comes back and he destroys this kingdom. He's the stone, or the great millstone, that's going to break the statue, the feet, and he's going to crumble the whole statue. All right, he's that great millstone. Okay, so pretty much here it is right here. Let's see this here. Let's read verse 25. It says that he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. The saints are the Israelites. Wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And that's what this man has done. Okay, that's what this man has done. Think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand until the time and the times of the dividing time. So, right. So that's what we're in. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it until the end. All right. All right, so let's get back into this right here. So now you understand who that 4th beast is. That 4th beast is talking about the ancient Roman Empire, the ancient pagan Roman Empire, but now reincarnated as the new Rome 10.0, or whatever the case you want to call it, because it is so far on advanced now due to its technology. Okay, due to its technology. So let's continue on reading here. It says, the fascinating story of Rome's rise from a smaller cluster to villages to world power can be stretched briefly here. And Rome's early history is shrouded in legendary folktales. According to the late Roman tradition, Romulus found Rome. Found Rome in 753 BC. Greek and Roman historians developed a legend that Romulus came from a long line of kings descended from Arenas, one of the Trojan war heroes. It says recent evidence indicates Latin settlers inhabited the hills near the strategic islands on the Terrible River, all right, on the Tiber River. It says shortly after 900 BC, these rigid agriculturals built rustic huts in hills, often feuding with the neighboring Italic and Latin tribes. All right. It says around 650 BC, the early Romans came under the influence of the Etruscans, or more people who lived in the cities north of Rome. About 600 BC, the Etruscan kings ruled Rome. The Romans borrowed many ideas from the Etruscans, right? It says in agricultural styles, writing several religious ideas and certain social customs, the Etruscans influenced and changed Rome from a collection of rustic villages to an urban environment. Later, the Romans absorbed Greek ideas in areas of literature, education, and philosophy. Part of the Roman genius was that the ability to borrow ideas from other people and used them with with a particular Roman stance. And hey, that's what they do today. That's what they do today, man. It's the same thing today. Okay? And now they don't borrow it, they steal it. Okay? They don't borrow it, they steal it. John 10 tells you that. This man is nothing but a thief. All right, nothing but a thief. Esau is a thief. Matter of fact, let's go get John 10 and 10. They don't borrow ideas, they steal them. All right, John 10 and 10. So this is John 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that I might have life and that I might have it more abundantly. You see how Shai speaking. So that thief and that the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. That's Esau. All right, that's Esau. All right, so let's get down to here. This is the Republican period. Like I broke down to you, I told you that they had how they broke down certain things. Let's just continue to read here. It says the tradition claimed that in 509 BC the Romans expelled the last of the 7 kings who had ruled from the time of Romulus. Henceforth the Romans became deeply suspicious of kingship in the newly founded republic, right? Because that's what they were, a republic. All right, so when you go into the word republic, let's go into that word republic. Okay, let's go into that word republic. Let's get the online etymology dictionary, and let's go into that word republic. A republic, a state which its supreme power rests in the power via of elected representatives. All right, and it says Latin respublica. All right, the common will or Commonwealth state republic. Hey, that's America. Commonwealth state. Pennsylvania. I live in Pennsylvania. That's a Commonwealth state. All right. And there's other places that are Commonwealth states as well. Okay. Like I think Florida. Florida's a Commonwealth state. All right. So here it is right here. It says public interest, the state from an affair matter thing. All right. Okay. So that's what it gives you right there. The Commonwealth state, republic. And that's what they were. How they had their whole empire was a republic, which everything was ran by a government. And that's what America's all about. All right, so let's go here. It says, tradition claimed that 509 that the Romans expelled the last of the 7 kings who had ruled from the time of Romulus. Henceforth, the Romans became deeply suspicious of kingship. In the newly found republic, 2 annual elected councils governed the affairs of Rome with the advice of the Senate. So the plebeians and the patricians. All right. One was the people, and the other one was part of the what you would call the government, so to speak. All right. So matter of fact, let's go and look up the plebeians and the patricians. Okay, we're going to show you. Plebeians and patricians. One second, brothers. Plebeians and the patricians. So the patricians were the wealthy upper class who owned the land and had political power. The plebeians were the working class without wealth, substantial wealth. All right. Plebeians worked for the living in jobs such as craftsmen and bakers. All right. The patricians were the ruling class of the early Roman Empire. The patricians were only a small percentage of the Roman population. It says, but they held all the power. The plebeians, all the other citizens of Rome were plebeians. Plebeians were the farmers, craftsmen, laborers, and soldiers of Rome. All right. So that's how you distinct that, right? And break that down. That's why you have today Democrats, Republicans. Okay, so let's read the latter. It says 2 annual elected councils govern the affairs of Rome with the advice of the Senate. It says a number of assemblies and civic officers. It says assured that the distribution of power and the political processes, however, were heavily weighed favor of the wealthy and privileged, right? The wealthy and privileged. It says they created tensions and eventually fared into violence between the social classes of the Roman citizens. All right, created the conditions nearly for the spread of the gospel. It says the Roman peace established by it says by the Roman peace, it says established by Augustus, ended centuries in bitter conflict and established the safe borders within which Roman law governed. The travel and the commerce flowed freely throughout the vast empire. In some sense, the political and cultural dominance of Rome over the Mediterranean basin was part. All right. All right, so here you go. As you can see, here's a map right here. I don't know if you brothers can see, but this is a map of everything. You have the Celtics or the Celtics, right? Etrusca, all right, Italy, right? All right. See, and as you can see, the breakdowns of many different other places of the surrounding areas and the seas and things of that nature. Sicily, all right. Okay, right on through there. All right, and it says Rome gains power or gains control of the Italian. Oh, let's continue on reading here. Let's read here at the top. It says Carthage, known as the Punic Wars. Rome defeated Carthage in the First Punic War in 262 to 241 BC. Sicily. It says during the Second Punic War in 218 to 201 BC, the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barcoffer crossed the Alps and invaded Italy. Although Hannibal stayed in Italy 15 years, he never conquered Rome. Scipio Africanus, right? That's where you get that word. That's why they call us so-called African Americans. That's where you get that from. That was a Roman general. Leo Scipio Africanus, a Scipio Africanus. All right. So that's where they get that from. That's a so-called white man. That's an Edomite. All right. So we're not no damn Africans. Okay. It says led a Roman invasion of Africa, and he named Africa after himself, or he named what you would call during that time Mizraim. All right, Mizraim. Okay, after himself, named it Africa. All right. It says Africa. It says led Roman invasion of Africa that forced Hannibal to retreat to Africa, where Scipio defeated him at Zama in 202 BC. Carthage lost its military and economic power, while Rome acquired a navy and taste for territorial expansion and conquered territories, produced taxes and tribute to fill the coffins or coffers of Rome. So that's where you get taxes from, man. They started to tax the people, all right, especially the Israelites. They were taxing the hell out of the Israelites, man. taxing heavy, and that's what they do today. Taxing the Israelites heavy as hell. This whole world is taxed. That's why the elites, the international banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Abrahams, the DuPonts, and the Gettys, that's why they pushed in that tax bracket, or they pushed in that tax amendment. All right. I think it's the 14th Amendment, if I'm not mistaken. All right, where they pushed in that tax. Because you're really not supposed to tax anybody on money. All right? You're not supposed to tax anybody on labor. Okay? They're supposed to get all their earned wages, so to speak. Okay? All right, so we're going to do a part 2 on this. We're going to put this one up. We're going to do a part 2. I'll be right back, brothers.